Well, our unit is about the cinema, movies, and TV series. Now we're going to watch a short video about movies. So the
Me dan un segundito, me olvidé de algo súper importante. Justamente de grabar la clase. A ver qué pasa. Ah, alguien está grabando ahí. Muchas gracias.
pay attention to the video and think about what is your dream? Would you like to be a famous star or a famous person? Do you like acting? Think about it. Let's watch the video.
People like to believe in fairy tales.
You are free to run into the hellfire of battle without a single weapon to protect yourself.
That's a proper introduction.
Yeah, we're all about a good time. Yeah, we're all about a good life. Good energy, come follow me. Oh, it's gonna be a good night. Woo, feel so alive.
This is the dream. It's conflict, it's compromise, it's very, very exciting.
Yeah, we're all about a good time. Yeah, we're all about a good life.
And the Oscar goes to...
Thank you so very much.
Yeah, we're all about a good time.
Well, as you watched in the previous video, there are many movies genre. We have comedy. Here you can see the picture of Ace Ventura, starred by Jim Carrey, and a horror movie, Mirrors. Let's continue. Here there are some other movie genres, the action and drama. Have you seen these movies? If not, probably you should. Next here we have thriller and sci-fi or science fiction movies. Are you in love? If you are, maybe you should watch A World to Remember. This is a nice movie, but very sad. Or do you like cartoons? Here we have the Smurfs. Can you think of any other movies related to these genres? Here I got an activity for you. Types of films. We have action, adventure film, animated film or cartoon, biography or biopic, documentary, horror, romance, love story or soap opera, science fiction films or sci-fi, thriller, and western. And then you have 8 sentences that you have to complete with the corresponding type of film. Number 1, a movie that makes you laugh is a, think about it. A movie that makes you scream is a movie that is exciting with lots of guns and explosion is a movie. Next, movies about the future or space are known as films. A movie about real life is a, and film has cartoon characters. A film about lots of traveling and exciting or dangerous events is And finally, a film about love is. So think about the possible answers. In the next slide, you will have the answers. But first, you need to complete this with your own.
Aquí yo les recomendaría que pusieran solamente los números para que no estén escribiendo todo y vayan completándose. La 1 es tal movie, la 2, la 3, etc. Les voy a dar un par de minutillos para que lo puedan hacer, ¿ok? Bien, continuamos.
Opinion about it, and then we're going to check together. There you got the answers. Comedy, horror, action, science fiction, biography or biopic, animated or cartoon, adventure, and romance, love story, or soap opera. Let's continue with the next part of the class.
Se los dejo ahí un minuto más para que puedan chequear y pensar si acaso lo que vieron antes estaba bien. O quizás cometieron algún pequeño error y están de acuerdo con las respuestas. Bien, continuamos.
Now it's time for you to practice reading skills. My favorite TV program. Let's read together. One of my favorite TV programs is Garfield. It is an American cartoon television series based on the comic strip Garfield by Jim Davis. The show was produced by Phil Roman. It is programmed every day at 7:30 on Channel 6. The series follows the life of a fat, lazy orange cat who wants nothing more out of life than to eat and sleep. He loves to lie, eating lasagna, and watching TV. My mother also loves this program and normally watches it with me. So we usually have something good to eat like popcorn, cheese, biscuits, or pizza while we watch the show together. Now you have to answer the questions. What type of TV program is Garfield?
Nuevamente les voy a dejar acá un minuto para que puedan anotar ahí, por ejemplo, tenemos 1, 2, aquí podrían poner, no sé, ABC, aquí en esta parte podrían poner 1, 2, 3, 4. Y esta parte de aquí es un poco más compleja porque tienen que unir, tienen que hacer un match. Entonces, no sé, las sílabas, las primeras sílabas, o bien identificar la primera palabra o las dos primeras palabras, no sé, en cada una. Léala primero con calma, el profesor también las va a leer y para que tomen apuntes y en la próxima lámina vamos a poder comparar si acaso las respuestas estaban bien o no. Ok, continuemos. El profesor va a estar leyendo, así que pueden seguir trabajando en tomar apuntes.
In which channel is it broadcast? Next part, you have to say if it is true or false. Garfield is a historical film. The series follows the life of a funny cat. The series is broadcasted only on Monday. Next, you have to find in the text words that are opposites or synonyms of broadcast, keen on, active, and thin. Then here we have to match each TV program with its definition. We have weather forecast, science fiction films, comedy films, Western films. And then you have a prediction future weather. There's with the life of cowboy. There's with things that don't exist. And in which the main emphasis is fun. So I will give you some minutes to do this, to answer these questions. You can do it on your notebook or in a piece of paper. And afterwards, we're going to check the answers together.
¿Le voy a dar un tiempito para que puedan responder?
Profe, pero ya lo mostró.
Sí, pero fue muy rápido. Es que yo no puedo verlos ahora. ¿Terminaron casi todos? ¿O les doy un poquito de tiempo?
Un poco. Espera un poquito.
Ya vamos a dar 2 minutos para que puedan ir a la lectura nuevamente y responder. Bien, continuemos.
All right, here we got the answers for last slide. Science fiction films based on things that do not exist. Comedy films, the main emphasis is to make you laugh. They are fun. Western films deals with cowboys' lives. And weather forecast, a future prediction of the weather. And next to this, we have the answers for the reading about Garfield. Garfield is a cartoon. It is broadcast on Channel 6. Then we have the statements that are false, and then we have some words that appear there. Programmed, loves to, lazy, and fat. Now we're going to have another piece of reading, so pay attention to the following slide. Look at the pictures. Do you know these characters? Do you know them? They're cool, right? My favorite TV program, SpongeBob, is an American animated television series which shows the adventures of SpongeBob with his various friends. The character is an energetic and optimistic sea sponge. He looks like a kitchen sponge who lives in a pineapple under the sea with his pet snail, Gary, who meows like a cat. Gary doesn't speak, but understands well SpongeBob. His best friend, Patrick Star, is a stupid, friendly, pink sea star who lives under a rock. Despite his mental setbacks, Patrick considers himself as intelligent. The series is programmed every day at 1 o'clock on Space Tune. All my family loves this program and normally watches with me. So we usually have something good to eat like chocolate, peanuts, tea, and cakes. Next, you have to read the support or the reading and then try to name 3 mentioned characters. Can you name them? You have to reread the support again, then try to answer the questions. What does SpongeBob look like? Who is his best friend? Is the series broadcasted on Space Tune?
Nuevamente, les dejo un tiempo para que escriban en su cuaderno los números de las preguntas, intenten responderlas y después vamos a chequear cómo estuvo su comprensión lectora. Ok, esa parte estaba fácil, así que continuemos.
Answer those questions. Okay, good. And probably you already know the answer. Let's continue with the next part of the class. Now we're going to develop our listening skills. So we're going to have some listening activities. This is very important for you because you can develop your listening skills and comprehension skills. In the next slide, we're going to listen to an audio related to this topic. And then you will have to answer some questions. So pay attention to the listening, please.
It's 5:15 and time for the Film Stars quiz. Today's contestant is Belinda from Manchester. Belinda, what's your favourite film?
Spider-Man.
Let's start. The star of Spider-Man is actor Tobey Maguire. What does he like doing in his free time?
He likes playing basketball and doing martial arts. He likes playing cards too.
Correct. He also loves cooking. His best friend's a Hollywood superstar. What's his name?
Matt Damon?
No, it's Leonardo DiCaprio. True or false? Tobey Maguire doesn't eat meat.
False.
It's true. He's a vegetarian. Who does actress Kirsten Dunst play?
Mary Jane Watson.
Correct. Where does Kirsten's father come from?
Germany?
Correct. What's Kirsten's nickname?
I don't know.
It's Kiki. Does she like spiders?
Yes.
No, she doesn't. She hates spiders. What does she like doing in her free time?
She likes playing the piano and dancing.
Correct. She loves singing too. True or false? Kirsten doesn't mind cleaning.
True.
That's correct. Kirsten's a film star, but she thinks cleaning's okay. What character does James Franco play in the film?
Harry Osborn.
Correct. What do James's friends call him?
Jim.
No, they call him Teddy. What does James like doing in his free time?
He likes reading and painting.
Correct. True or false? James loves sleeping.
True.
No, it's false. He doesn't like sleeping. Belinda, you answered 7 questions correctly. Well done.
Now we're going to have some listening questions. Here you have to write the correct option. You have 6 statements, and you have to choose the correct one for each one of the sentences. Number 1 is done for you. This is an example. One of Toby's friends is Matt Damon or Leonardo DiCaprio. And the answer here is Leonardo DiCaprio. So think about the possible answers for the rest of the statements. And then we're going to check together. Here you go.
Nuevamente se pasó un poquito. Yo creo que es necesario escuchar el audio nuevamente. Yo voy a poner una pausa aquí para que puedan ver las preguntas, quizás anotarlas y vamos a escuchar el audio nuevamente, ¿ok? Ok, voy a volver para escuchar el audio nuevamente.
It's 5:15 and time for the Film Stars quiz. Today's contestant is Belinda from Manchester. Belinda, what's your favourite film?
Spider-Man.
Let's start. The star of Spider-Man is actor Tobey Maguire. What does he like doing in his free time?
He likes playing basketball and doing martial arts. He likes playing cards too.
Correct. He also loves cooking. His best friend's a Hollywood superstar. What's his name?
Matt Damon?
No, it's Leonardo DiCaprio. True or false? Tobey Maguire doesn't eat meat.
False.
It's true. He's a vegetarian. Now, who does actress Kirsten Dunst play?
Mary Jane Watson.
Correct. Where does Kirsten's father come from?
Germany?
Correct. What's Kirsten's nickname?
I don't know.
It's Kiki. Does she like spiders?
Yes.
No, she doesn't. She hates spiders. What does she like doing in her free time?
She likes playing the piano and dancing.
Correct. She loves singing too. True or false? Kirsten doesn't mind cleaning.
True.
That's correct. Kirsten's a film star, but she thinks cleaning's okay. What character does James Franco play in the film?
Harry Osborn.
Correct. What do James's friends call him?
Jim?
No, they call him Teddy. What does James like doing in his free time?
He likes reading and painting.
Correct. True or false? James loves sleeping.
True.
No, it's false. He doesn't like sleeping. Belinda, you answered 7 questions correctly. Well done.
Now we're going to have some listening questions. Here,
Ahí estaban las preguntas nuevamente, no sé si quieren chequearlas. Y vamos a ver la respuesta.
here you go. Here we have the answers. Leonardo DiCaprio is German, Kiki thinks cleaning is okay, and Teddy. Let's continue. Look at the following chart. Which film are these 3 actors in? Can you recognize them? Do you know them? There is a famous movie about a superhero. Can you guess which is it? We have the actors Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst, and James Franco. And you have to complete this chart with likes and dislikes. In the next slide, we're going to check together what are the correct.
Se las dejo nuevamente para que puedan escribir. ¿Ok?
Answers. Now we're going to check our answers. Here you got them. As you can see there are 8 words that you had to complete. And here we have basketball, martial arts, cards, dancing, singing, reading, painting, and sleeping. Those are the answers to the previous exercise. Now we're going to continue with the next part, which is really important.
Vamos a hacer una pausa saludable. Ahora vienen otras partes de la clase, pero necesito que pasemos la asistencia. Entonces, pueden por favor escribir present en el chat. Yo acá tengo 52 personas, 51 personas. Van 41 personas, 44, 46. Creo que faltan aún 2 más. Tengo 47 y son 51 personas, 50 personas que están aquí. Faltan 3 personas.
Teacher,
¿Sí?
Antonella Cayón no pudo asistir por problemas de conexión.
Deja anotarla. ¿Ella es de tercero medio A o tercero medio B?
Del B.
¿Alguien conoce algún otro caso de alguna niña? Porque recuerden que la asistencia igual cuenta para la calificación final.
Lisette Carvajal igual.
¿17 de qué curso es?
Del tercero medio B. Por cuestiones de internet no se ha podido conectar en casi la mayoría de las clases. Dentro de la última semana que tuvimos de clases, tanto como ayer y hoy día.
Ya, perfecto. Gracias. ¿Conocen a alguien más? Ok. Les recomiendo tomar un poquito de aire porque ahora viene la segunda parte de la clase. Si quieren se pueden estirar un poquito. Una pausa saludable. ¿Ya? ¿Sigamos? Esta parte igual es facilita.
Because with this information, you will be able to link ideas, connect ideas. So the topic is connecting ideas. And we're going to learn about 2 important words, which are connectors. In this case, we're going to start with and. And is used to join 2 or more expressions, nouns or names. As you can see in the example, bread and cheese. And is linking bread with the cheese. Next example is I am making the beds. That is a complete sentence. And Claire is cleaning the bathroom. So we have 2 different sentences that can be connected or joined by using and. Right? And means that you add certain information. Another important word is but. but is used to express contrast. Example, the teacher is talking. The teacher is talking, but the students are not listening. The teacher is talking, but the students are not listening. Those are two sentences joined by but. And there is a contrast, there is a difference, there is something opposite there, as you can see. Now we're going to practice a little bit. In this activity, you have to join the sentences with the connector, but, which is contrast. The house is big. It's raining. That woman is pretty. My family is from Brazil. Our car is expensive. She's a good dancer. Oscar is eating a hamburger. They're married. And then you have the sentences that are the opposite or probably that are related to, but you have to link them according to the previous sentences. It isn't fast. The garden is very small. We're living in Chile. He's not eating the French fries. They don't have children. She isn't friendly. It isn't cold. She's a terrible singer or terrible singer.
Se la dejo un poquito para que la vea. Esta es la idea de ir haciéndola aquí en conjunto. No es necesario que la anoten en su cuaderno, ¿eh? Sino que para qué se usa este conector, ¿no es cierto? Si quieren yo les puedo ayudar un poquito con el primero. Me parece que the house is big, but the garden is very small. Como que irían unidas ahí. Intenten ustedes lo otro. It's raining, but okay.
Right? So you have to link them. Think about the possible answers. Think about the contrast and the difference they have. And now do it mentally, or if you want, you can do it in your note, on your note. Here you got the answers. The house.
Ahí tienen la... Es como una comparación, but. The house is big, but the garden is very small. También, el but, también uno podría pensarlo en que las dos frases o aseveraciones se pueden intercambiar, me explico. The garden is very small, but the house is big. O the house is big, but the garden is very small. ¿Se fijan? Comprueben a ver si estaban bien sus predicciones. It's raining. It isn't cold. The woman is pretty. She isn't friendly. My family is from Brazil. We are living in Chile. Bueno, y así. Okay.
The house is big, but the garden is very small. It's raining, but it isn't cold. That woman is pretty, but she isn't friendly. The but is like something that is not completely right with the previous sentence. For that reason, they are opposite. They are not linked together. They they don't have a good relationship in a certain way. Okay, my family is from Brazil, but we're living in Chile. Our car is expensive, but it isn't fast. Actually, it's like something is positive and the next part is negative. Or maybe something is negative and the next part is positive. So that is like an example. She's a good dancer, but she's a terrible singer. Oscar is eating a hamburger, but he's not eating the French fries. And finally, they are married, but they don't have children. So here you practice a little bit of the connector but. And you need to use this connector in your writing and your speaking, okay? So that is going to be a little bit of a helpful tip for you to try to improve in your writing and speaking. For this part, you will consider the useful expressions that were previously mentioned or taught on you, and you're going to practice your writing and speaking. And consider also the example on the next slide. You're going to make some notes, and then you're going to write about your favorite TV program or film. And you're going to organize it like this. You're going to organize it on 4 paragraphs. In the first paragraph, you're going to talk about when do you watch TV films, what type of programs or films do you prefer. In paragraph 2, you're going to talk about what's your favorite program or film and what it's about. In paragraph 3, you're going to talk about who's your favorite character, why. Maybe you can mention the actors or actresses. In paragraph number 4, you're going to talk about why do you like the program or why do you like the film, and you're going to give the reasons. After that, you're going to record an audio of your writing and send it to the teacher. So you have to send both the writing part and the audio to the teacher.
Se los dejo porque esto es importante. Ok, vamos a intentar comenzar por Classroom también, entonces quizás ahí le podríamos dejar guardado todos los materiales de la clase. Ya, pero es importante que tengan esto anotadito. Continuemos.
This case to me, okay? Next, we're going to have the example or something that is very similar to this structure. So pay attention to the next slide. We're getting to the final part of this class. Specifically, here you got an example of a writing task, and you got some useful expressions that you can use to improve your writing and your speaking skills, right? So, I'm gonna read now about Heroes, a TV series, and you have to write something like this. I don't watch much TV on school days because interesting programs often start late. There are a lot of reality shows and sports programs, but I prefer drama series. My favorite TV night is Tuesday because Heroes is on. It's a series about people from different countries with special power. My favorite character is Hero. He's a computer programmer from Japan. He can travel in time and stop time, too. His best friend Ando thinks he's mad, but I think he's funny. I like Heroes because there's a lot of different characters and stories, so it's never boring. The special effects are good too. So this is a writing task, um, and you have to follow the model, right? From paragraph to paragraph. Paragraph 1, paragraph 2, 3, and 4. Remember last slide. And here you have some useful expressions that you can use probably. For example, it's a horror film, it's a comedy film. You are talking about type of film in this part. It's set in Hollywood, in Chicago, in Canada. It's set in Canada in 1992, or it's set in Chicago in the summer or in summer, right? The main characters are played by, and you can name some actors' names: Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt, etc. It's about, and then you talk about the story. What is the argument of the story? It's about a boy who goes to the war, or it's about a woman who tries to travel in time. I don't know. You can say whatever you think is the argument of the main idea of the story, of the TV series or film that you're talking about. Then you can say, I think it was directed by, you can say the name of the director, or I think it was made in, and you can say in 1992, in 1920, etc. And there you have other expressions. You can say, for example, my favorite films genres are comedy and horror, or romance and western, or whatever you like, of course. Then I think the best film is, and you can say the name of the movie that is the best for you. For example, Life is Beautiful, or Shrek, or whatever you think is the correct one for that. It's just a personal opinion, right? It's the same about the previous one. It starts, you can say the names of the actors, right? Matt Damon, Kate Winslet, etc. And I like it because it's got a lot of drama, or it's got a lot of science fiction facts, etc. You can say, why do you like that? What are the reasons for that? Okay? So, and that is the part that you have to write. And then you have to record this writing, send it to my email, right? And I will check it out afterwards, okay? Summarizing, today we worked on different skills: reading, writing, listening, and you're going to practice speaking at your home, right? So it's very important for you to keep practicing, because we are in a different situation now because of this pandemic situation. But I think we can still continue working and try to improve our English skills, right? So the topic for today was movies and TV series. I hope you like this class, and if you have any suggestions concerning the topic or for future classes, you can let me know, probably with an email, or maybe in this same class, right? You can say, and you can give your opinion. It's good. All right. So that's the end of the class. I hope you like it. See you next time. Bye bye. Take care, everybody. Don't forget to do your task. write your homework. Okay, see you. See ya, actually.